Solo cruising. It's one of the most freeing, exciting, and let's be honest, underrated ways to travel. And after over 30 solo cruises myself, 5 of which were with Norwegian Cruise Line, I've learned a thing or two about sailing solo and how to make the most of going it alone at sea. But here's the thing, solo cruising isn't just booking a cabin and hoping for the best. There are a few things you absolutely need to know before you set sail. Things that can make or break your solo experience, especially if it's your first time. Hello everyone, I'm Zach the Traveling Man, and I'm taking over Norwegian Cruise Line's YouTube channel for just a minute to break down 5 essential things that every solo cruiser should know. From how to avoid paying too much for your cruise, to ways to meet people on board without feeling awkward, to how to take full advantage of the freedoms that sailing solo provides. So whether you're thinking about sailing solo for the first time, or you're just looking to level up your next solo trip, you've come to the right place. Let's dive into these. My first tip that all solo cruisers should know is that not all cruise lines treat solo cruisers equally, because some cruise lines, like Norwegian, actually go out of their way to accommodate solo cruisers with dedicated staterooms and social spaces. Others, not so much. Before you book, you're going to want to do a little bit of research. Look for ships that don't charge full double occupancy fares and offer solo-friendly experiences. And you don't have to look too much further than Norwegian Cruise Line, because they have dedicated space on board all their ships to solo cruisers. This includes solo staterooms that will not come with a 200% solo supplement. And that brings me to the second thing. The solo surcharge is real, but avoidable. Most cruise fares are based on 2 people sharing a cabin. If you're going to be sailing along in a standard room, many lines will charge you 200% or even more. However, Norwegian offers both standard, these are staterooms that are for 2 or more people, or also studio staterooms. These are staterooms that are just made for 1 person, and they actually book these cabins at less than a 200% supplement on board all their ships. Now, in order to take advantage of this, you want to make sure that you book as early as you can to get the best room selection, because these solo rooms can go very quickly. And my third tip is you can be as social or as solo as you want to be. If you want to meet a lot of people, well, many ships are going to offer solo meetups. On Norwegian ships with studio lounges, you can actually utilize the studio lounge to meet other solo cruisers, making it very easy to make new friends if that's what you're looking for. But if you prefer a little bit of quiet time, well, there's no one to compromise with. The cruise is yours to shape and do with it what you wish. My 4th essential tip for solo cruisers is that solo cruising provides many freedoms at sea. There's no need to coordinate vacation schedules with anyone else. You can choose your own excursions and how you want to spend your time in port. And you can pick your activities on the ship. You don't need to take a survey of the people that you're sailing with. You can do what you want, when you want, and you can eat where you want, when you want, which is my favorite thing, because I'm a big foodie and I like to go to whatever restaurant I want to on board the ship. And Norwegian's More at Sea program helps you to take advantage of all these freedoms, because when you book with their More at Sea rates, you're going to get free Wi-Fi minutes, you're going to get an unlimited drink package, you're going to get specialty dining credits, and you're going to get shore excursion credits. And that's one of the sweetest parts of the solo deal with Norwegian for me. I absolutely love the More at Sea editions that come every time I book a cruise with Norwegian. And my 5th tip is that dining solo doesn't have to be awkward. And this is the biggest holdup that people have, I think, when it comes to solo cruising. The misconception that it's somehow going to be awkward when they dine alone. But you really don't have to, because cruising solo doesn't mean eating every meal alone unless you just absolutely want to. You can actually ask to be seated with others in the main dining room. But also, there's something pretty peaceful about dinner with an ocean view and nobody asking to split dessert. And honestly, no one but you cares that you're eating by yourself. Just go for it. This was a thing that held me up. This was a thing my first solo cruise many years ago. I just thought people are going to think I'm so awkward sitting here by myself, but no one's thinking about you or what you're doing. So whether you're cruising solo for the very first time or you're already hooked like I am, I hope these tips help you to feel more confident, prepared, and excited for your next adventure. Now, I've got plenty of more cruise content and solo content over on my YouTube channel. Again, Zach the Traveling Man, so make sure you check that out. But I want to give a big thanks to Norwegian Cruise Line for inviting me onto their channel. And I also want to say a special thank you to them for providing such a special cruise experience for the solo cruiser. I certainly wouldn't be here promoting their solo cruise experience if it wasn't something that I wholeheartedly believed in and enjoyed for myself. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.